What's up, guys? We are back, and I haven't been here for like a week and a half, maybe even 2 weeks. I got a stomach flu or something, and then I just haven't been here because it's been raining and stuff. But exciting news, we got all of our stakes done. Right across the street they're clearing something, which is neat. But anyway, so this is the center line of the road. This is the center line, a little bit further up, center line, and then this is going to be our first road. So I don't know how well you guys can see, but there's a pink ribbon right there in the tree, and that's going to be the first RV road. And essentially it's going to be measured out basically 8 feet on each side of the ribbon, and that's going to be our road. So it'll be a 16-foot wide road. And then let's walk this driveway. The center line of the road right here, which we're kind of spot on just about, which is nice. It does curve off to the left down there a little bit, which I guess makes sense, but it is a little weird. So they also put where the building's going to be. So as you guys remember in the other video, we marked one dot here on the left. This is kind of like the left side of the tree, the left side of the building. 3 dots for the middle, and it's pretty spot on because where's my other mark? This tree right here was my right side building, and if you guys can see the ribbon back there, that's where they have the right side of the building. So we were pretty spot on for measuring that out, but that's pretty cool. So today's goal is to start clearing some of these trees for where this building's going to be, and just kind of figuring out what we need to start next after we do the building. What do we need to start clearing after that? And if I walk up further here, you can see Centerline Road intersection. So that means that there should be, so you can see there's a pink ribbon right there, and then right behind it there's one. So this will be the second RV road. Then if we keep on moving, I want to keep as much of these woods on the left as we can, just to kind of keep it wooded. Center line of the road here. And so then we have this orange stake, which is going to be the picnic area, and looks like they did, I see 2, but it does look kind of close to the road. This is the picnic area right in there, and oh yeah, I see the other orange stake. So that's a pretty decent size area, honestly. And in the picnic area, we're gonna leave some trees just for some shade and cover. See, there's one there, and then back there in the woods is another one. And then here you've got the Centerline Road. I don't know where. Oh, I see it. So it's over there in the opening. But yeah, anyway, so it kind of curves off this way, which I don't really like. I wish it just went straight down our road, but anyway, now we know. But other than that, we've got one stake there, center line of the road. This is going to be for the third RV road, and you can see how it kind of goes this way, center line road stake, and then basically straight through there. So this is really exciting news because now we actually know what we're supposed to be clearing. We know where stuff is, and yeah, it's just gonna make stuff so much nicer. So what I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna hop on the excavator, and I'm gonna try and start clearing down some trees for the building. And I don't know how much I'll get done, but this will probably be like a 2-part video. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started. All right, guys. I also just marked out with some paint on the trees. So this is the picnic area, and I kind of just marked out like a little section to clear out in the middle. So I'm gonna go ahead and clear out this first, and then we're gonna move down there to the building that I was just showing you guys, and we're gonna start clearing there. So yeah, let's go. All right, guys, gonna show you guys what I got done. So this is kind of where I went in. The picnic stake is right here, but I didn't want it to be, you know, super close to the road. I kind of wanted it to be backset a little bit. So kind of where the excavator is where I decided to make it. You could see right behind the excavator right there is basically the end stake. But what I actually chose to do was essentially make pretty much right here the start of the picnic area, and then it'll go a little bit past this end stake up to about this tree right here. So essentially that tree right there is where I am. I'm gonna have to take out some of these bigger pine trees, but I just wanted to get all this other brush and all the smaller stuff out of here first, just to kind of give me some room to work. But what I've been doing is kind of made this little path straight through, and I've been piling up all the stuff right there, which is right beside the second, actually it might be the first, but either way, the second or the first road. And so that's where we'll be able just to kind of bring it to burn. And then right here where this stake is, this is the start of the septic field. Actually, it's really not. This is actually the start of the repair area for the septic field, but trees can still be on the repair area. So technically I can bring my picnic area all the way out to here if I wanted to. So I have a good bit of you know, distance I can play with, but I think kind of where it is pretty good. And then I'm gonna clear out most of the small brush and trees and stuff in the repair area, and then I'll just have basically a blank grass field for the actual septic field, which will be on the other side of the repair area. So I think that'll work out good. But what I'm gonna do now is just finish piling up all this this trash right here, and then I'll get some clips of that, and then I'm gonna try and get started on the building area. This took a little bit longer than expected because I didn't know exactly where I wanted everything to be. I've been thinking a little bit, and I think I'm going to have to probably remove these few trees right here, right there, because then that way, you know, trucks and stuff can come in to bring the little picnic thing, and then, you know, put rock down, that kind of thing. But I'm going to leave them for today, and then that's probably what I'll end up doing. I'd rather, you know, a little opening here rather than opening up the other side of this thing. But anyway, I'm gonna go over to the building. It's about, or the building location. It's about 3 o'clock right now. All right, so this is the edge of the parking area for the building. Mess up the driveway. Alright guys, so you saw just a minute ago, so we started clearing, but we've got an issue. We don't really have anywhere to put our trees. And so if you can see this, right there is our building. We've got that first road right there, and that is right where my pile of trash is. These are 16-foot wide roads, but we're not going to be able to have trees, you know, in there by the RVs anyway, at least halfway up. So what I'm thinking is the center line where those stakes are supposed to be measured off 8 foot from the center line to give you your 16-foot road. So if I measure, say, 25 feet plus 8 feet on each side, we'll just call it 35 feet total. And then, so essentially I can clear 35 feet to the right of the center line, 35 feet to the left of the center line, and that's going to give me, 70 feet wide, to where I'm able to actually move all these trees and stuff around and get them out of the way. So I think that's going to be my plan, if that makes sense, because as you guys can see, I mean, I moved a few of them, but then, it's just a pile right here, and it's essentially just blocking me. But right here is the road that I just showed you on my phone. There's another pink ribbon right there, and then it's hard to tell, but they go right there. Had to go get another GoPro battery to finish showing you guys this. Right up here on the right is where I came out of from the picnic area, right here. So down there's the picnic area, but here's all my trash just from that little like 20 by 20 area. Now you can see centerline stake right there, and so essentially, and then there's one, I can't see on the screen what you guys are seeing, but there's one right there. So essentially 35 feet off of each side would probably open me up to, let's see, there's the center line. That would probably open me up to this little pathway right here. And if I was able to get that much cleared out, then I would have a decent amount of room just to kind of pile up stuff and, get it out of the way. But then again, clearing out 70 feet is gonna be a lot of brush itself. So I don't know, that's just what I'm having a hard time with right now, is just figuring out where to put everything, because that little excavator, it's doing great on the small stuff, but once we get into these bigger trees like this, I'm not really going to be able to take those down efficiently. I mean, it'll probably take me 10 minutes just to get one of them. So that idea will probably take me all day tomorrow, but this will just be like part one, and then I'll just start filming again tomorrow, so it'll be the same video that you guys see. But what I'm about to do right now, I'm about to hop back in the excavator, and then I'm pretty sure that it's dried up enough. It did rain today, but we'll see. Should have dried up enough to where I can get to those logs that we cut last time, and if so, I'm gonna go ahead and move those to the log pile, and then I'll probably be done for today. All right, so this is where we were cutting the logs, and it looks like it's dried up a little bit. The grass started growing too. It's starting to get a little bit warmer. It's like 75 today, maybe 73. But yeah, so what I'll do is I'll just go ahead and grab these logs, pile them up on our pile. Looks like it's dry enough for us, at least for now. that time to kind of gather some more of this pine wood. Pretty much all it is pine, but I reckon it's better than nothing. Alright guys, we made it back and about to put some diesel in the tank. Got it hooked up to the tractor. Hopefully it doesn't kill this battery because this battery is not very good. But anyway, let's go ahead and fill it up. I love this thing. Yeah, fill it up. That's gonna be it for this this part of the video, but next clip's gonna be tomorrow, and hopefully it's not pouring down rain. But yeah, we're gonna hopefully knock out some of that area over there. That way we can start laying our debris and stuff. So yeah, see you guys tomorrow. Peace. All right, everybody, we are back, and it's a couple days later. So I just actually went and walked and painted the trees kind of where we wanted to clear. So all that's good. So I'm about to hop onto the excavator and start clearing the first section of the road. And yeah, hopefully it goes smoothly. And then anyway, once I'm in the excavator, I'll kind of talk to you guys some more. But yeah, just greased up the machine, about to hook him up so he's chilling, and we're gonna get started. Hopefully this glare goes away. But so what I'm gonna do, you can see right there, there's an orange spot on the tree. There's orange on that tree there. And that's kind of my end point. So I'm going to clear 35 feet in for about 50 feet or so. And then it opens up right there. So basically all this is going to be cleared, other than like maybe the much bigger trees. I'll just leave those for now. And then there's a pink stake, and you're not going to be able to see it on camera probably, but it's right back there. So I'm going to clear 35 feet up to that stake, and then from the stake to the rest of the road, I'm going to clear 13 feet. And this is on each side of that stake, and so that's going to make my road and essentially keep it from having a whole bunch of trees and stuff in the middle of my RV spots too. There'll still be some that I'm going to leave, but once we get the majority of it cleared and then have the RV spots themselves staked out, then we'll go back in and actually pick through, what big trees we want to keep on the property. And there's not many. While I'm clearing, I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys kind of my plan, as far as the clearing goes, because I was supposed to have somebody come in and clear everything for me. But that might have changed. I don't know. So anyway, I will talk about that. And there's so many mosquitoes out, so I am so thankful for this freaking cab. Like, if I didn't have this cab, I don't know how I would do it. Whenever I was out there marking everything, I was just getting eaten alive. But yeah, thankfully most of this stuff is like super small, and I mean it's just, I can pretty much just pick it out. But let me go ahead and talk a little bit about why I'm starting to clear this, and I still might hire somebody. I'll probably decide on that by the end of this weekend. But the reason why I've decided yeah, so, you know, the thing is why do I need to pay somebody $6,000 if they're just going to use the same machine just about? And, you know, obviously I know the KX0440 is definitely more capable than my machine, but the thing is most of these trees are so small. I mean, this excavator that I'm using here is, you know, just fine. It's capable. I can do it. It just, you know, it might take me a couple more days than them, but the thing that's kind of led me to do it was I still have, you know, another month or so before I'll even have like the septic permit and well permit, maybe even 2 months. So I mean, it's not like I'm in a rush, you know, and I can kind of make sure that everything's cleared how I want it. They're not taking down trees that I don't want to be removed. I just think that it'll, I don't know. And the other thing too is I did purchase this machine so I would be able to clear and, you know, basically save money on labor. So I'm not in a rush for time, and this machine is capable. Now, you know, obviously the bigger machine, or the bigger trees rather, it's going to take me a little bit longer to clear. I'll have to, you know, dig out around them, like this one right here. You know, it's obviously I can't just take these up in one scoop, but I just don't think that it's worth, I don't know. If this is what I was waiting on, then it would make sense, you know, to go ahead and pay somebody to knock it out. But the machine's just going to be sitting regardless. So, because we pretty much finished the trails, you know, at least until we can clear the rest of this stuff to where we know where to go. So, I don't know. Hopefully that makes sense, but we'll see. I'm gonna make that decision today. I'm gonna see how long this actually takes me to clear this little section, because that's really all I'm planning on doing for today, unless I just knock it out, and then in which case I will keep going. Obviously that one took way longer than, you know, it would on a bigger machine. But like I said, if it takes me 2 more days, you know, to clear it rather than hiring somebody with basically the same machine, it just doesn't make any sense. I could use that money to, you know, build out the office or to go towards the bathhouse, which, oh, also that's really exciting. I'm going to tell you guys about that here soon. But I found a company, and they specialize, or they started making covered wagons. And I guess you know, it's basically a wagon, and people can rent them out. They're, you know, fully enclosed, that kind of thing. Really cool. But then I started looking at their website, and they also started making recently bathhouses or shower houses. And these bathhouses, I'll throw some pictures up if I remember, but they make, you know, two bathhouses, 3 bathhouses, you know, different designs. You can have a modern design, standard, you know, cheaper design, a coastal design. So there's a bunch of different designs, and but the cool thing is so the one I was looking at, it's a 2-bathroom or 2-shower house, and it's made on an 8x16 metal frame, and you can move it around. It's got pockets and stuff, you know, for forks. And but the cool thing is that they're set up and designed to hook up to your standard 50-amp RV hookup. So instead of me having to build the infrastructure specifically for a bathhouse, hopefully that sun isn't in y'all's way. But I could essentially just put it on any of the RV spots. You know, yeah, it would take up one of my spots, but then I would have a bathhouse, and I don't have to worry about, you know, having one custom built, or, you know, doing concrete and all that crazy stuff. So want to do a bathhouse, so if we can kind of figure out something for it to, you know, make sense cost-wise, then hopefully we will be able to get one of those. And I think we only need the 2-bath house model. But the cool thing is they'll ship them to you, and they come fully done. So like all you got to do is just hook it into your, you know, plug it into your 50 amp hookup, hook up your water, hook up your sewer. It comes with, you know, a water heater. It comes with all that stuff already in there. There's no, you know, you don't have to put anything together. It's all already done. So very cool. And it's the only one that I can find. If you guys know of other companies that do the same thing, I'm just looking for like a cabin style, you know, two, like I said, 2 or 3. Really 2 is all I need, but 2 or 3 bathhouse thing. And obviously I wanted to be cheap. You know, I will say I did find other ones, but they were $100,000, which is just crazy for what we're doing. But the cool thing about the bathhouse, if we got one, is then we would be able to start offering like primitive camping and stuff. Because we did have a few people ask about whether or not we were going to be offering that. You know, it's where they could just bring their tent and start camping. But the thing is since we don't have a public bathroom, there's no way to do that because, you know, unless we had porta potties or something. But I mean, that's not very good. And so that was my other thing. We have so much property here, you know, 19 acres. I mean, literally probably 70% of it or 60% of it is going to be wooded. And so we could make a nice primitive camp location like in the back of the property somewhere. And then, you know, if people needed a shower, they could go and use the shower house or the bathroom. So I don't know, I think it would end up paying for itself. But also, I was reading the RV pages on Facebook and everything, and a lot of people, especially if they full time, you know, a lot of people, they don't have the on-demand water heaters and, you know, the newer style stuff in their RVs. And so, you know, they're limited to just a few minute shower, you know, basically a military shower. So a lot of people, they like having campgrounds that offer shower houses and stuff, so they can, you know, take a nice long shower instead of having to take a quick one in their RV. So I don't know, but I'll keep you guys updated on that. The cool thing about that too is we wouldn't need permits or anything because we're not building anything. It just hooks into our already permitted RV spots. But anyways, just wanted to tell you guys about that while I am clearing. So we'll be able to kind of see exactly how long this ended up taking me. Because, you know, hey, if this only takes like an hour or 2, then we might be onto something here. Because I could definitely use, like I said, I would much rather use the savings to go towards a bathhouse or something like that if I can, than to pay somebody whenever I already have a machine that's sitting here and it's not costing me anything because I own it other than fuel. All right, so this is where I just stopped, and just to pull out the time, it is currently 12:14. So what's that, an hour and 10 minutes or something like that. It's hard to see how much I've done because I've piled up all the brush right here, but I've probably done definitely more than half of this. Let me walk in here. So let's see, so where's my stake? So I'm right up to the stake, a little bit past the stake. So there's the stake, and we started clearing way back there. So I've got to go a little bit wider here, and then the rest of the way is just 13 or 14 feet. So I mean, I'm almost done. And then, like I said, I've left these bigger trees, which I can come back in after and easily take those down and push them over since there's not all the brush in the way. Or I can leave them, and then once we get our spots marked out, then I'll know for sure where to clear. I'm trying to get into a good spot to kind of show what we've done. So there used to be woods, let's see, right here. So basically from that tree right there over is what I've done, and even all where that pile was, there's trees. I'm sure you guys saw in the time lapse. So that was a lot, honestly, and it only took a little over an hour. So I don't think it's gonna take me too long. I think I could clear pretty much everything that I need to in about 8 to 10 days. But I'm gonna go let my dog out and then clean the rest of this up. And then, yeah, I guess we're gonna start over on this side. And this is the same road. It goes from there, center line. There's another center line ribbon right there. And we'll just pull off from that 35 feet, pull off that way 35 feet, and then start clearing. All right, guys, I'm gonna end this off here. I got a good bit done. Turn this around and show you. So we got 2 piles, really 3. This is the first pile from the picnic area over there. But we got 2 piles. This one here, I was able to start piling more on top of that first pile. But let me show you guys what I did. So obviously this is where we started today, and this back section we cleared to 35 feet from the center line. Center line is right there beside the excavator. And then a little bit further up, we cleared 13 feet from the center line. And so that's because there's gonna be an RV spot. The first one's gonna be like right in here, probably a little bit past that tree. And so I wanted to keep a lot of these woods, that way, you know, it's kind of blocking, you know, your RV or camper or whatever you got. But anyway, so there's the center line right there by the excavator, and I cleared the whole road essentially. I mean, starting up, you know, the start of the road. And then what I did is there's a few big trees there that we're going to use for firewood. I didn't keep a lot of them, but and then what I did was I cleared out this corner here, that way you had enough room, you know, to turn in if you had a big RV or something like that. But so this is how it looks from the main road. So this is actually this will be the second RV road. The first RV road is going to be down there, but this is just where I'm starting because it was already started. But essentially you'll turn in, and this is a really big opening. I mean, it's probably at least 80 foot or so, maybe 70 foot. But yeah, so this first section is basically complete. And what I'm gonna do next is, here, let me go behind this pile. Not tomorrow, but the next time I'm up here, probably Tuesday. All right, had to finish this on the iPhone. The GoPro, of course, died as soon as I was about to finish. But anyway, so this is the next centerline road stake right here. And to give you an idea, there's the excavator right behind that bush pile, and you can also see how big this thing is. Hopefully, once it kind of dries up a little bit, it'll shrink a good bit, but they're basically full trees. That's why it's so long. So I don't know. It's really big. Hopefully it's far enough away from trees that we don't have to worry about. But anyway, I have enough room that I can get by with the excavator right there next time I'm here. And then from this center line, so this is going to be a little bit easier than what we did today, only because we're not doing multiple different widths. Essentially, we'll just be measuring 35 feet off of that, 35 feet off this way, for a total of 70 foot. So 70 foot total will be completely cleared. And then just to give you guys an idea, so the road is going to be 16 foot wide, and then these RV spots are going to be 50 foot long. But if we do 35 feet on each side, essentially that's going to take out all the trees halfway up the RV spot. So that way, once we get the surveyor back out here to mark out the spots, then we can just kind of pick and you know, pick through the couple trees that are going to be left on each spot, and hopefully keep a couple, you know, nice big trees. But so this shouldn't be as hard, because essentially I'm just going to measure off 35 and then just clear everything. And the only hard thing about this whole situation is the brush. I'm kind of getting stuck, you know, just because of how much brush it is. But hopefully, since this is going to be so wide, hopefully I can just pile up, you know, 3 or 4 piles and, you know, essentially put it right in the center of the road, and then that way it's far away from the trees on each side. But anyway, I'm happy with what I got done. I think I'll be able to go a little bit faster next time. The total time of excavating was probably like 4 hours, 4.5 hours. And I don't know exactly how long this was, but probably, I don't know, 40 feet, 50 feet by 80 feet or 100 feet roughly. So I don't know, I did all right, but I think I can do a little bit faster next time. But anyway, hope you guys liked the video. Put a comment down below and hit the like button on the video, and see you guys in the next video.